I'm starting over. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Haley and welcome to my May TBR. This TBR video is going to be a little bit different. I have my mom, actually, beautiful Mama B, pick 5 books for me to read in the month of May. I wanted to kind of deviate from the TBR jar for a little bit just because, you know, I don't know, I wanted to switch it up a little bit, but I have 5 books here that my mom picked for me, plus 2 books that I added onto the TBR because I just wanted to make sure that these 2 books were on my TBR. They are priority for me. I also have some books that my friend picked for a video that will also be on the TBR, but I'm not gonna mention them here because I want you guys to see them in that video. But yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed already, please feel free to subscribe down below, leave a comment, a like, share this with your friends, you know, all the YouTube stuff that you need to do, and we'll get right into the video. Okay guys, so the first book that my mom actually picked was The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. She picked this and said, oh, she's a book publicist, so here you go. And I was like, Mom, read the actual synopsis. Like, this book has such an interesting concept. And she was just like, oh yeah, she's a book publicist, here you go. And I was like, what the Mom, what the heck? So if you don't know what The 7-Year Slip is about, we have our main character Clementine West, who inherits a apartment from her aunt, I believe. Yes, her late aunt's apartment. She moves in. When she moves in, she realizes that there's a man already living there, but he's from 7 years in the past. So this book is about magic and love and navigating this relationship that she's scared is, you know, too late because he's 7 years in the past. So The 7-Year Slip is the first book that she added on my May TBR. Okay, so the next book that my mom picked, which I'm actually really excited about, is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is a book about Emily Wilde, who is a professor and is writing a sort of encyclopedia of fairy lore and all things fairy. So she moves out to a village in the far north and she just wants to focus on her studying. She doesn't want to deal with any other people. She doesn't really like people. And then her academic rival shows up and she needs to try and navigate what he wants here and completing her task and her dream of writing this encyclopedia of fairies. So this book sounds so comfy, so cozy. It's a mystery, I believe, but it's like a fantasy mystery type of book. I'm really excited she picked this one. To be fair, you guys, I put a lot of my new purchases on my cart, and I told her, I was like, you could pick from my cart and my TBR bookshelf, and these are the shelves you could pick from, and she focused mainly on the cart. So I was really happy about that because a lot of my new purchases, such as this, were on that cart. So did I flub it a little bit? A little bit. But she also looked on the shelf. The 7-Year Slip was on my shelf, so you know, she picked from both. But Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies is going to be book number 2 for my May TBR. Now the next book she picked, I'm a little salty. She picked it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know why she picked it. She said that she read the synopsis of this when we were at Barnes together one day, and so that's why she picked it, I think is because she recognized it. But yeah, so the next book she picked is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I have been avoiding Throne of Glass like the plague, only because I'm scared to read it. Sarah has a way of tearing my heart out and then stomping on it and then, you know, rubbing it in dirt and then cleaning it off and giving it a kiss. So yeah, I have been really scared to read this. And honestly, one of the other main reasons I've been scared to read this is the reading order. I don't know what the heck reading order to read this in. I've seen people say Sarah said to read Assassin's Blade 4th, and then I've heard people say, oh, but you should read it first. And then I just watched a video yesterday where somebody was like, my friend read it both ways and she prefers reading it first. So I don't know. So y'all let me know down in the comments what you guys think I should do. Should I just jump into Throne of Glass and then read Assassin's Blade 4th, or should I read Assassin's Blade first? I don't know. Nobody seems to have a definitive answer, so I'm gonna need you guys to tell me. But she did add Throne of Glass. I did put this on my cart as the first book, so this is just a representation. You guys let me know if I should start with Assassin's Blade or not. But she put Throne of Glass on my TBR for May. She really wanted me to be in pain this month, which is going to be evident by the next book that I show you guys. But yep, Throne of Glass on the TBR. The next book that my mom picked for me, which I am excited to read. I specifically got this from Book of the Month last month because I'm really interested in this story, and I know it's gonna crush me in a way that I need to be crushed, but I wasn't expecting my mom to pick it for me, so I'm a little thrown off guard, just a little bit. So the next book is Shark Heart, a love story by Emily Habeck. I don't know how to say their last name, but Shark Heart. This book seems like it is going to tear my heart out and literally feed it to sharks. That's what this book feels like to me. This is about Ren. Hold on, let me get the names right. This is a book about Lewis and Ren, who just got married, and then not even a week after they get married, Lewis gets a diagnosis that he is going to gradually turn into a great white shark. Yeah, so he's turning into a great white shark. He is grappling with the grief of unfulfilled dreams and just wanting to live a normal life again. And Ren is trying to navigate, trying to still be with her husband, who she loves dearly, while he's a shark. She has to, you know, go through repressed memories and dealing with the grief of her childhood and her past experiences. This is going to be a heavy book. This is definitely going to have to be one that I read on a weekend because I'm not taking this book to work. There's no possible way that I'm going to be able to take this book to work and read it like an effective human. So yeah, it appears that there's a lot of flashbacks, there's a lot of different POVs. That's really exciting to me. When I was opening this and kind of like looking through it the other day, I wasn't reading anything, but it appears that this has a lot of different like little sections that are kind of written a lot differently. So I think that I'll be able to read through this pretty fast. Like there's just like little sections, little poems, letters, emails, stuff like that. So I'm really excited to read this. I do think I'm going to cry. It honestly does not take a lot for me to cry, but I definitely think that this book is going to make me cry. So I'm really excited to read this, but also really scared. So Shark Heart by Emily Habeck. I don't know. I'm scared. Send help. Okay, so the next book that my mom picked, which I am quite excited to read, this book definitely intrigues me quite a lot, is The Foxwife by Youngse Chu. This book just seems like such a beautiful story full of adventure and mystery and just all sorts of, I don't know, like it just seems like such a deep and beautiful story. Let me read the little blurb at the top and I'll try and give a little bit of a synopsis for what this book is about, but it's a little hard for me to try and explain in my own words, so give me a second. Some people think foxes are similar to ghosts because we go around collecting ki, but nothing could be further from the truth. We are living creatures just like you, only usually better looking. So basically in this empire there are fox gods who are said to lure people in by transforming into beautiful women. So when a woman is found in a doorway frozen to death, this detective named Bao takes up this case and is researching the fox gods, and he's very intrigued by these fox gods and wants to understand them and be able to share his wisdom with obviously the empire. And then we have Snow, who is trying to get revenge for her child's death, and she is hunting the person that killed them, and they are kind of on the same path but a little bit off from each other. So it's kind of, you know, their story of both hunting these two things that don't seem to be connected but probably are. I don't know if I explained that good enough. If you guys want a synopsis, I would look this book up, but it does seem very, very intriguing. I'm very, very excited to read this. It does seem like it's going to be quite the thinker, and you know, sometimes I can't think, so hopefully I grasp this book very well, and I hope that I enjoy it. I think that I will. But yeah, The Foxwife by Young Se Chu. I'm so excited. So those are the 5 books that my mom picked. I was like, you can pick, you know, 7 or 8 if you want to, if you're having trouble like narrowing it down. And she was like, no, I'm having trouble just picking 5 in general. So I only had her pick 5. She didn't want to be filmed, so, or else I would have filmed her. But if she ever picks my TBR again or picks books for me, I'll make sure to film her because my mom is quite funny. So now I'm going to show you guys the 2 books that I added to this TBR, because this TBR is already really, really good. Like, look at that, the variety, the content, it's beautiful. So this TBR is already really, really good, but I just wanted to throw in a couple more, just two more, because I'm very excited about these books. So the first one that I added is Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is book 2 in the Chestnut Spring series, and I'm so excited. So this book is going to be about Cade and Willa. Cade is the older brother to Rhett Eaton in the first book, and Willa is Summer's best friend. So I'm really excited to get into this. This seems like it's going to be steamy. This is single dad babysitter, I guess, because I think Willa is being hired to look after his son. Yes, I think that Willa is supposed to watch his son over the summer. So I'm super excited. I loved Willa in the first book. She's so sassy and just my kind of girl. So I'm gonna really enjoy this. And he is grumpy as heck. So it's very Grumpy Sunshine coded, which, you know, we all love Grumpy Sunshine. So I'm really excited for this. So I added Heartless by Elsie Silver as the first one. And then the next one is gonna be my read after Fourth Wing. I am so close to finishing Fourth Wing, and my friends want me to jump right into Iron Flame right after, but honestly, the way that Fourth Wing is going, I'm gonna need a break. So for that break, we're gonna read Miss Emily Henry. I have Funny Story here by Emily Henry. This book just came out last week, I think, on the 26th. This book just came out, and I have been trying to control myself into not just stopping everything I'm doing and staying up until the ass crack of dawn just reading Funny Story. I will binge this book, most likely. There is a 99.99999% chance that I'm gonna binge this book, but that's fine. I'm happy with that, and I'm okay with that, and I have accepted that about myself. But Funny Story by Emily Henry, my god, I am so excited for this book. So this book is about Daphne and Miles. From what I gather, okay. Okay, so Funny Story. This is a funny story. I'm sure you've heard that joke so much. Funny Story is about Daphne and Miles. Daphne gets broken up by her fiance, and he actually leaves her for Miles's ex, who is actually her ex-fiance's first love, I believe, childhood best friend. Her fiance's childhood best friend, Petra, who is Miles' ex. It's crazy. So Daphne has the cool idea, because she moved out to this place with no family, no friends, only with her ex, Peter. She decides, hey, who will understand my life more than the guy who just got left by his girlfriend because of my fiance? So she moves in with Miles. They form a friendship and start posting some misleading photos of each other on their socials, and they're just hatching a little plan together. We all know how plans work, and this plan is not going to work out the way that they thought. So I'm so excited. Y'all know I am an Emily Henry stan. I will ride until I die. I love Miss Emily Henry, and I have heard very mixed things about this, but I also heard mixed things about Happy Place, so that doesn't really deter me from anything, but I am so excited to read this. I also got the signed copy. I know y'all see that sticker. I got the signed copy of this book, so I'm really hoping I love it. I have loved everything that Miss Emily Henry has written, so I have no doubt that I will enjoy this book just as much. So that's the last book on my TBR for this month. Funny Story by Emily Henry. Man, my TBR is stacked this month, plus the books I have for the video that I'm planning. I've got a lot of reading to do. So here's hoping that I can get all of these books read. I'm trying not to put so much pressure on myself to read my TBR, but I'm trying to put pressure on myself to read my TBR, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked the video, please feel free to subscribe down below. I try to upload every Monday, Friday, but I do have a full-time job, so it's hard to keep up every week, but I am trying to upload as much as possible, and I'm trying to put out some new videos for you guys, so that way it's just not all the same stuff all the time. But thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support so far, and I just love talking books with you guys. And that's it. I'm gonna get sappy. So if you're not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe down below. Leave me a like and a comment. Go ahead and comment a shark emoji if you made it this far in the video. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you all have an amazing May. I hope you all had an amazing April. I cannot wait to see where our reading adventures take us. And yeah, all my socials are linked down in the description. Feel free to follow me there. I do stream on Twitch every weekend. And yeah, I love you all very much, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye. I'm trying to be quirky, you know? It's not really working.